Has just invented the anti-gravity belt. When you put this amazing new product around your waist and turn it on, you will be lifted off the ground as high as 3 feet. How will consumers react to this innovative product? Different classes of consumers will adopt this product at different times throughout the life cycle of the new product. This adoption process follows a recognizable pattern and is known as the Product Adoption Lifecycle. The Product Adoption Lifecycle describes the way a new product progresses through its lifespan from the time it is first introduced to the marketplace until it is no longer available. New products are initially adopted by innovators, who represent 2.5% of the market. The next class of consumer who will adopt the product are the early adopters, who make up 13.5% of the market. They are followed first by the early majority and then by the late majority, who each represent 34% of the market. As the product enters its final stage of the product adoption life cycle, it is adopted by laggards, who make up the final 16% of the market. Now that you know about the 5 different classes of adopters, let's talk a little more about each of these 5 groups of consumers. These 5 different types of consumers will all react differently to the anti-gravity belt. Each consumer group will adopt the anti-gravity belt at different times and for different reasons. The 5 types of consumers are innovators, venturesome. Although they make up a very small part of the total market, innovators play a very important role. They are interested in anything new and are quick to adopt new and innovative products. Innovators knew about the anti-gravity belt months before it was introduced and paid a high price to be among the first to have this new product. Early adopters, young and restless. Early adopters are opinion leaders. They pay attention to what the innovators have discovered and find a practical use for the innovation. They then communicate to their followers the usefulness of the new product. They play a very important role by influencing the attitude and changing the behavior of the later adopters. An early adopter who is a house painter learned about the anti-gravity belt from an innovator and bought one to help him paint ceilings. He told all his colleagues how much easier and faster he could paint high places with his new anti-gravity belt. Early majority, value shoppers. The early majority carefully observe the early adopters, but wait to adopt innovative products until they are sure they will get value from them. The early majority will only adopt a new product if they are sure the new product will provide usefulness to their lives and not be a waste of their time and money. 2 years after the anti-gravity belt is invented, a member of the early majority hears about the new product from the guy painting his house. Still, the early majority waits until he has also seen advertising and read an article in the paper about the benefits of the anti-gravity belt before he adopts the product. Late majority, skeptics. The late majority wait until an innovation has been accepted by a majority of consumers and the price has dropped to adopt the new product. The late majority typically adopt innovative products because they feel as if everyone else is doing it. 5 years after the anti-gravity belt is invented, a member of the late majority buys an anti-gravity belt because his son tells him he wants one so that he can play basketball with all his friends who already have one. Laggards, traditionalists. Laggards are the very last group to adopt a new product. Laggards are content with what they have and adopt new products unenthusiastically and only because they feel as if they have to. 10 years after the anti-gravity belt is invented, the government mandates that anyone who climbs a ladder must wear an anti-gravity belt. Because they have been forced to do so, laggards will then adopt the new product. In order for companies who introduce new products to be successful, they must understand how the 5 classes of consumers adopt their innovations. Some products are quick to pass through the adoption life cycle, and some take decades, but they all are adopted through the same process. Companies must first find the innovators of their new products and direct their promotional message at them. As the innovation gains momentum and is accepted by the early adopters, marketers must understand that this group of adopters will determine if their new product is a success or a failure. The early adopters must find a practical use for the product and communicate the benefits to the later adopters in order for the product to progress to the early majority. As the later stages adopt the innovation, marketers must understand that price will play a more important role in buying decisions and must convince buyers that their product will have value to them. In summary, when a new product is introduced to the marketplace, 5 recognizable groups of consumers will adopt the innovation at different times and for different reasons. The 5 types of consumers are innovators, venturesome. Innovators are the first to adopt a new product. They are willing to pay a high price to be the first to have something new. Early adopters, young and restless. Early adopters find a practical use for the new product and communicate the value of the new product to their followers. Early majority, value shoppers. The early majority do not adopt new products until they are sure the new product will have value for them. Late majority, skeptics. The late majority will not adopt a new product until it has already been accepted by a majority of consumers. Laggards, traditionalists. Laggards will only adopt a new product if they feel like they have no other choice. Not every new product makes it all the way through the product adoption lifecycle. Many products are rejected because the early adopters cannot find value in the innovation. It is important for marketers to understand the product adoption lifecycle so that